Well, this is it. The eve before the eve of the fishing opener. Favoriteest time of year. So happy to get going. So it is Thursday night. Openers on Saturday morning. And I'm taking the kids with me a little early because we're going to put the docks in tomorrow and just kind of get prepped and ready to go so that Saturday morning we can hit the water. So we are taking off now and going to go have some fun. Just a little excited. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go fishing. Come on, let's go. Always got to make a budget for some minnows on the opener. It's not an opener without some rainbows. We made it, barely, and it's windy out here, so I don't know how much camera work we get outside. But the beginning of our opening fishing weekend begins. Just like that, the dock is in and the boat's in, and we're ready to go fishing. Tomorrow's opening day. We've got all the work done today. This is work day, getting the docks in and getting things ready for really season use throughout the year. Pike Bay and Lake Vermilion is well known. I'm not giving out any secrets by mentioning that bay for spawning walleyes. And they hang out in here because the minnows move in and they spawn as well. That's my understanding anyway. And so the walleyes just stay in this bay here and gorge on minnows. So fishing in this bay should be good for a few weeks, really. We're just counting down the hours and the minutes before we can get out in that water and catch some walleyes. I wish it was as nice as it looks. It's really cold. Got my ice fishing gear to bundle up, and we won't let it stop us. We'll get out there. See you in the morning. Oh. Opening morning. It's time to go fish. Oh. It's a good thing I went to bed early. Alright, let's get ready. Let's go. 5:10 in the morning. Just got my wake up juice. Feel a little better. Got my ice fishing gear this morning because it's 25 degrees outside. But we're fishing anyway. Such a beautiful, quiet morning. My cousin is gonna beat me out to the point, which is just fine. Nobody's out there yet. Right there. We don't have to go far in Pike Bay. The walleyes are kind of all over in here feeding on minnows. And if it's like most openers, we shouldn't have too much problem catching them. Just wanted to take a minute in this beautiful sunrise. Look at that, look at that sunrise. To just mention how blessed I do feel. I have a very generous mother and father-in-law who let us hang out here at the cabin and almost really let us treat it like it's our own. And so we come up here a lot and we hang out and we have this beautiful lake here at our fingertips. And I am super, super grateful, especially on mornings like this, even though it's cold. But it'll warm up with the sun and It'll also warm up when we start catching some walleyes and feel that bite, that thump. Boop. All right, we'll quit talking. Let's go fishing. It's the day. It's the day. Let's go fishing. They're gonna be a little lethargic.
Yeah.
I bet you the water temps have come down quite a bit since last week. I just got my screen up here. 43.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's really cool.
I see 42 degrees when I ice fish. Oh, they'll still be in here. It's cold. But I did have a bite. So that's good. Lost my minnow. Got my hands cold. Just hugging the shoreline here on this point. It's only 6 to 7 feet in this whole bay, basically, with a couple of 10-foot spots. And mostly gravel throughout, and a couple of boulder piles. And there's just something about this point that either concentrates minnows or something that keeps the walleyes around here in numbers. So there's one sharp for this bay break that goes up shallow, you know, so I think maybe the walleyes chase the minnows towards the shore. That's why we catch them usually pretty close to the shore. Gonna head off to spot number 2. My cousin and his girlfriend caught a walleye here off that first point, and I'm just not feeling it there, so we got a spot just a little bit further down this way that I'm gonna try. We've had good success on in the past. Keep plugging away. The lake is alive this morning. Had a couple bites. Nothing to get excited about yet, though. Find myself thinking quite a bit when I'm trolling like this, going, where are they biting? Which shoreline should I go to? Which structure should I hit? The reality is, they're everywhere in this bay, and they're more concentrated in some spots than others, and it really is trial and error, hit and miss, unless you do what a lot of these guys do, and that's just throw a lure back, their favorite crankbait probably, and cruise at 1.5, 2 miles an hour, and pick up whatever you can as you go, and just go everywhere. That is definitely one way of doing it, but it's not one of my favorite ways of doing it. This is a form of trolling, but it's a little more active, it's a little more specific, structure specific. There's certainly a time and a place to just sit and cover area, but that typically isn't my style of fishing. And quite honestly, from what I see those guys catch, I could go bobber fishing somewhere in a very specific spot and structure and probably catch just as much. And I love watching that bobber go down. So it's all preference. Whatever catches fish and makes you happy, really. A bit tougher morning than I thought it would be. We'll get on them though. It's the joy of the opener. We can fish, and fish until we find the fish. It's been a tough morning. Been fishing all morning for about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. I just got this bad boy. My first walleye in the boat. gonna do a nice smile here so I can get a snapshot of it later. That made the morning worth it. Thank you. $27. I'm still shaking. So, Vermilion put a slot limit in about 7-8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago. And that's why, to protect those fish, I'm really grateful because that's my biggest walleye ever. Got my opening morning in the books. Gonna take a break and eat some lunch. It was a good morning. I only caught 2 fish, but I got that 27-inch walleye, and that is my best ever, and I am beyond ecstatic. I would have probably hooted and hollered a lot more if there weren't people all around me. But it was really fun because a handful of guys were really excited for me too, and camaraderie with people you don't know at all, right? But we're all out fishing and in it together and 20 feet apart, and so pulling in that big fish was fun amongst a bunch of fishing buddies. I'm gonna regroup. I'm gonna relish that 27-inch walleye and see if we can't get some more. I'm optimistic. You know, opening mornings do tend to be a little slow, just fish probably acclimating with all the boats in the water, and it is cold morning, you know. But my experience with opening weekend is it just gets better and better and better and better. So I'm hoping for that. But let's take a break. We'll get back out there. Oh, you got a fish there, honey. You got a fish. Oh, you got a good one. Josiah reeling so she doesn't tangle you. Oh. Just bring it over. I know, you weren't paying that closer. Oh, it's a northern. Look at that northern. Oh my goodness. There we go. Nice fish, honey. Oh! Yeah! That was just like 2 minutes in, wasn't it? We just started.
Yay!
All right.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
I thought
Here we go.
it was so
Smile, turn around, smile for the camera. They don't even know it's you. Put your thumbs up. Look at Noel got this one. Thumbs up. Yeah. All right.
That was fun.
Oh. Got the kids out bobber fishing now on opening day. It's the afternoon. We're just gonna have a little fun for a while. We're in one of the main holes, as you could say, here in Pike Bay on Vermilion. Lots of people come and fish this spot. Most everybody's gone to lunch, so it's only a half dozen or so boats in the spot, but the fish are still here. Let's see what we can do. We got a walleye. Bring it over here. Bring it up here so I can get there. There we go. There we go. That was a great net job. Well, just big enough to keep, I think.
Do walleye have teeth?
Oh yes. They have teeth, all right.
Do you hold it by the gills?
Why don't you pick it up, buddy, and bring it up to the camera and put a big smile there. After you unhook me. You hooked me. Your poor papa. Number 2 on the bobber. Ready? Nice. Nice. Dinner. Put it in.
Come to
I
me.
definitely had a fish playing with it. Darn it. Did it take my minnow? It sure did. Sure did. Oh, the bobber was going down, down, down. And I missed the clown of a fish in town.
You going bald is the only thing.
Me going ball is the only thing. You got bobber. Set that hook. You got him? Ah! Josiah's bobber is down and he couldn't close the deal. Let's hear him for a second. Something was nibbling it. Noel's got it. Noel's got it. Ooh, looking good, looking good. Got it. Oh yeah, nice one. Get in the net. Good teamwork. Yes. Good job.
Now for your job.
Now for my job?
Well, you did it and I netted it. Now it's your job.
I guess. All right, Noel's on the board. It's a solid 14 or 15 incher. Yep. Josiah, come a little closer so we can snap a picture at the same time on the video, right? Ready? All right. Love it. Good job. Taking Kids Fishing 101. When they say it's time to go, it's time to go. Everyone caught fish? Except, no, I caught a fish. I didn't catch a fish. Oh, it's gone. All right, well, everyone but me caught a fish.
Caught a fish earlier. I cooked it.
But we got a couple walleyes in the live well, which is nice. First couple hours sitting with the bobbers. Is it a winner? It's a winner. So we're on the last leg here of my first day in the opener. Had to spend most of the middle of the day bobber fishing as the wind was pretty steady from the north, and it's one of the winds here in the bay, at least for me with my boat, that limits what I can do. It ultimately ended up being okay because I had the kids out with me and we caught some fish and had a little bit of fun. So it's after dinner now and we got about 3.5-ish hours of daylight left. Still really windy, but I found a shoreline on the north side of Pike Bay that's sheltered, and I'm gonna putz around a little bit because I want to jig, just itching to jig. And after about an hour or so maybe of doing that, I might set up to do some bobber fishing to end the night. So it's been a good day. Can't wait to catch a few more fish. Alright, I did a couple crisscrosses. Got the jigging out of my system for the day. I'm gonna go to our bobber spot here and see if we can't have a little better luck that way. It's just one of those kind of days where I think they just need a slower presentation, something kind of right in front of them. And I'm not set up to be able to bounce a jig really slow off the bottom, so bobber rig's the best thing for that. Let's go hit the last spot for the day. Well, we made it and I had to kind of tuck in around a corner, so I'm not exactly where I like to be, but I know there's fish around here, so it's good enough for now. All right. See what we got. The lazy way of fishing. The fun, lazy way of fishing. I like it, I like it. I like it more when you catch fish. But it's a good way to end a long day. I literally just put it in and got a bite. Just turned off the video and then turned it back on. Doesn't feel big, but it sure feels good. Let's see what we got. We got a little walleye here. Yes. My first eater eye of the day. Boy, if that's gonna be the action, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. All right. We got bobber down. There we go. This one feels a little better. Not a monster, but a little better. Yeah, another walleye. Another walleye. God, I might lose him. No, I didn't. 13, 14 incher. Having fun? Yes, sir. Well, I was just filming, trying to get the bobber to go down, you know, and I lost track of the bobber because it was still up. I couldn't get on it because it was gone by the time I got back on it. Stinker. Another one of these walleyes. Very nice, same class, 13, 14 incher. Nah, I'm trying to get a meal for the fam here, so I'm already at 3. You can only keep 4. Talking to my cousin, he's behind the camera. He doesn't want to be on camera.
Good job, babe. Is that?
Fish number 5. Fish number 5. I gotta keep track because I promised my niece that I would call her when I caught number 20, because I've been trying to convince her to count to 20 when she FaceTimes me.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, I promise when I get number 20 fish, I'll FaceTime you. That's number 7, Rhea. Number 7. I didn't hear you.
I said I thought you wanted to keep the fish so you're going to shop them when you finish.
Oh, well, I don't know. What are you doing different than me? You caught 1. I will relish out fishing Jeff. I love it. Well, you know, how you hook the minnow, what color hook you have, how deep, how, you know, are you a foot off the bottom or 3 feet off the bottom? That makes a difference. Oh, bobber down, and I pulled it out of its mouth. Arr. Fish got a free meal. Eat a guy, eat a guy. Feel him fight. Look at this little one. Yeah. That guy's going back in.
Yeah, that was
He was fun though. He's fun though. Alright, day 1 of the fishing openers in the books. It was a good day. I caught my biggest walleye ever today. My biggest before this was 25 inches, and the one I caught today was all of 27 inches. I was super excited. I confess that this morning I struggled with trying to video and fish at the same time. So I'm gonna blame my slow morning on that. And ultimately, when I hooked into that big fish, I decided not to fumble with any of my gear and just get the fish in. And once I had it in the net, then I knew I could turn the camera on and at least get it on video. That's certainly something I will never forget. The day ultimately progressed well from there. I was able to take my kids out this afternoon for a couple hours, and it wasn't hot and heavy, but we were able to get them on some walleyes and catch some fish. My cousin made a little cameo with his girlfriend. Fishing opener this year ended up looking different. Normally I have some family and a couple friends join, and we all hang out for a few days and catch fish and goof off and have fun. He's definitely one of them. But with COVID in play, it ended up being a minimal group, which was my wife and kids. So my cousin decided to come up anyway, and we ended up kind of tag teaming a little bit today and trading notes and then finishing the day together, catching fish. I love hanging out with him. We have a lot of fun. He likes to goof off a lot and joke around, and so do I. And so if we can get some of that on tape at some point, that'll be fun to do. So until our next episode, remember to take a kid with you fishing and help them enjoy the great resources that we all have at our fingertips. And remember, there's always a fish biting somewhere. All you gotta do is go out and find them. So until we're out fishing again, God bless, tight lines, and good night. And I gotta find a way to sleep without that 27-inch walleye invading my dreams. Thanks for watching another episode of The Ordinary Fisherman. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notifications so that you will know when we're out on our next adventure. Now go out there and catch some fish. Tight lines.